Hello again, it's Diligo here. Time to take a look at another video in the series of how to prepare for war. This time we're gonna continue on not team building per se, but just making yourself stronger for the war. In the arena, when you go to look at your defenders, there's a small plus sign here beside your power, which shows you how that power, in this case 210,000, is constructed. So it's constructed of 10,000 tech buffs, 37,000 equipment buffs, and 10,000 talent boosts. And the rest of the power comes from the heroes themselves and their beast souls and any prayers they have. And this power is not, in the arena, this power is not affected by the War Sanctuary. But it is affected by the Academy. And the Academy down here has tech buffs, as you hopefully are well aware of, and each of these buffs a different aspect of your hero. So in the case of armor, all heroes benefit from this this buff, and just level them up and you get a small token of armor there. Next is Tech 2, which has the exact same elements here that you can upgrade, and the exact same mechanics. So you use some resources, you have a cooldown there, and then you can level it up. And the maximum level it can be is your kingdom level. But in the Tech 2 category, obviously they buff a lot more. So if you look at this is level 59. It has 29.83. This is 42. But it's still like a lot less, over half less than the Tech 2. That's because it gives only 0.5 when the Tech 2 gives 1 per level. So these are important not only for arena but for world player versus player as well. Another aspect that is very important is the War Sanctuary. There's two things here that are important for your team. First thing is purely for defense, and that is the traps. Imagine a mage tower, a magical tower in your city. This is to upgrade that tower, and the mages there have specific tasks. So you can either have mages whose task it is to rain heaven fire upon the first attackers that approach your city, the first tanks usually that approach your city, your teams. The second spell that can be used is lightning, which targets the mid row of the enemy team. And the third is targeting the back row of the enemy team with an arrow shower. So these are mages in a mage tower, defending your city with your heroes, your team of heroes, and just supporting them. And talking about support, the last one, Rampage, is a buff for your team that is defending your city by increasing their attack damage and ability power and crit strike rate, and even critical strike damage level. Now, stuff like that makes me kind of drool because I have Lucifer, and yeah, 15% more crit strike rate, 2,500 crit strike damage. Okay. So this is for defense. And in the War Sanctuary, this is the only thing, the traps here, the Magic Tower defense, that can help you defend your city. Related to that defense, we can go to War Temple. I have to scroll down a little to find all of these traps. Heavenfire, Lightning, Arrow Shower, and Rampage, the buff one. And each of these are somewhere in the pretty beginning, but middle-ish of the War Temple tree. And each of these have 5 levels to them. You will need War Ashes to upgrade these or research these, if you will. And they have a few stats here, so that's actually confusing. Let's see if it's... Yeah. There's like attack power, trap amount, but why is there a third one? I don't know. So how many of the traps you can build in effect? So the max level is 31 for Rampage. I think it is the same for each of these. So the maximum amount of traps you can have of the spells in your Magic Tower, if you want to continue that analogy, is 31 per spell. And these spells do not cost, these traps do not cost any War Ashes to build. After you've researched that level, upgraded that level in the War Temple, you can then choose which of these levels you start building, and obviously the lower it is, the less it does. And at maximum level 5, it already deals a good chunk of damage. And they cost resources. So as you can see, I'm not going to use the other resources because I have this kind of wish to still upgrade my kingdom level before Throne Wars, which begins tomorrow, or actually during Throne Wars I'm gonna do that. But in the case of Rampage, I can show you. So what this does is we have now 10 out of 30. It said 31, so I'm kind of skeptical. Why is there not 31 here? Only 30. And you can create these as much as you have resources. The maximum for me would be 20. I'm not going to use my resources to build 20. I'm going to build 1 right now. So it costs a level 5 20,000 medicine, and obviously the lower you go, the less it costs. Now, for argument's sake, I'm going to create 1 level 1. Now the hammer hammers it. I don't know why that happens, but it happens, and you get it immediately. So now I have that as part of my city defense, as part of that mage tower that I was describing. However, there's also a cooldown associated, so obviously you can't just build everything at once because of the cooldown. Now I built a level 1, but level 1 for my level player, I'm over level 80, it doesn't really do much. It doesn't really give me enough power to be worth it. What happens is when a enemy team attacks your city and your team defends, the lowest will be used first. And in the case of Rampage, that means that the first initial boost you get at the beginning of the battle will be level 1 instead of level 5. And since we don't want that, whenever you upgrade your your traps here. I mean, upgrade them in the war temple, and you want to use the highest possible trap you have, you should go and destroy the traps you don't want to use. In this case, the level 1 trap. I want them to use my level 5 traps, and you know, not the level 1 traps. Apparently, I have also level 4 traps here, so I have no level 5 traps. All of the 10 are level 4 traps. Oh, whatever. It's still a good chunk. So what you do is you go and just destroy the trap. Destroy level 1 trap. How many of them you want to destroy, and use it here, and then just destroy it. And bam, it's gone. No cooldown, no nothing, it's just gone. And now you can see from the destroy button that it is grayed out, so there's nothing to destroy here. There's nothing to destroy at level 2, nothing to destroy at level 3, nothing to destroy at level 5, but all of the 10 are level 4, so if I click destroy, it will give me, destroy 10 traps or not. So that's how you can make sure that you always use the highest level traps available to you. That being said, it would be an epic waste of resources if I went now and built level 5 traps and destroyed 10 of level 4 traps. I would be wasting 140,000 medicine by doing that. So in the case of the level 1, it was easy. It's just 1.5k. I can do that to just illustrate this thing. But I'm not going to use, destroy 140k worth of traps. What I can do is create some level 5 traps, because we have war coming. Okay, so that's the defense side. Let's see what... it's already 12-minute long video, but we're gonna continue still. I hope you're staying attentive. Yeah. Now, in the war sanctuary, the resource temple does not give you any bonuses to the actual fighting going on, except for tech looting, which reduces the probability of your war tech being destroyed. So it is a defensive engravement. Other than that, resource temple is, as the name goes, resources. But the war temple, on the other hand, this is crucial. This is so important. So important for war in the world app. If you do not have 5 maxed out engraving Galewind, which boosts the marching speed, I don't know why it's called marching speed, because we use airships. But regardless, 15% speed up to your airship is huge, and it's absolutely crucial that you have that. It will help you reinforce your allies faster, attack faster. It is very important. Another extremely important engravement in the war temple is just below Galewind, Fountainhead. Speed up conversion of Healing Spring by 20% per max level. So it goes up pretty fast from 5% to 20% in 5 levels. Let me show you what that means. You have your Healing Spring in the city wall, and this Healing Spring will, let me see if I can show you, will refine, if it's on, will refine out of medicine more Healing Spring water, which we call whiskey. And I need to go to Academy to properly showcase this. So your medicine altar defines your healing spring output, and it's set as HS output. That means the healing spring where we just were. How much per hour does it? Now, I think this is speculation. I do not know. I think that this value here, 3,178 per hour, is the amount of healing spring water with fountainhead engravement. But I could be wrong. I do not know. Regardless, if you take 20% out of that, it's over 300 per hour. No, it's 600 per hour. Interesting. So that's a huge amount for an hour. I mean, with 3,000, I can almost I can heal one of my heroes to full from 0. Yeah, I think so. Almost, at least. So that's massive. And that being said, the higher level we go, we climb levels, we climb our kingdom levels, our medicine levels, medicine altar levels, the more important this becomes. Other supporting factors. City Breaker is an amazing engravement which boosts by 50% the amount of percentual damage you do to a city wall per attack. So normal attacks, when you hit a city wall with your team, with your attack, do 8% of damage. With this boost, and here's the math again, you do 12% per attack. That is amazing. And what that means is you need less than like 7 attacks to relocate someone. Another one is for citadels. How many building points of damage you do to an alliance citadel, an enemy alliance citadel, is boosted by 50%. And this value can be even higher because it's not a percentage, but it's the dependent on the power of the team you attack. And Asylum reduces, it's just one level. Asylum reduces your E-Shield cooldown time by 2 hours. 12, 10. And then we get to the really good stuff. I'm gonna skip like doing it all on the kind of same thing. These are the traps we went through already. And here we have the tanks, the marksmen, the mages, and the supports and the cannons. HP boost, attack damage, and ability power boost. The same for each of these categories. Okay. Then we have how much war ashes do you yield from your enemies during a world map conflict. Then we start to go really nice things. So armor, magic resist boosts, penetration boosts, and the equivalents for these different categories. And then we go to a different type of things. So Soul Fount will boost your healing spring max capacity by a percentage. And you saw my healing spring was 125,000 currently. If you increase that by, say, 20%, wow, 24,000 more. That is a lot of healing. That's one team, like one whole team. But at this level, the amount of war ashes needed and the cooldown times, this is for level 1, they're kind of crazy. And by the time you get to War God, it starts to be pretty intense. War God was actually nerfed in a patch not too long ago. It used to be even more sick. But if you get 18% critical strike rate and 25% critical strike damage bonus, it is just, it's stupid. It's really stupid. Thank goodness it only works while attacking. All of these attack bonuses work only while attacking on the world map. And to end this, I will show you the map again. This is the world map. This is where all the action happens, all the fighting that I was talking about in these different sections, where neutral zone can be counted as 1, and there's the 4 kingdoms and the world throne. In total, that's 6 different types of zones. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe for more. Bye bye.